All right, guys, what is up? Real quick, I cannot find this game. I recorded it, but then I went back and I was deleting videos, and I can't for the life of me find this. I either didn't record it or I just don't know how to recover this. I typically go to my recycle bin and all that. I've recovered a bunch of videos that I've recorded through like I said, the recycle bin and all that, but this one I can't find. So that tells me that I didn't record it, which is kind of weird because I remember hitting stop record, and because it was a good game. I remember thinking this was a good game, but anyway, I do apologize for that. You're missing week 5, so it's gonna be a week 5 recap. So we did win the game. Offensive yards, we beat them in offensive yards. Now, the story of this game was kind of our defense, believe it or not. Even though they scored 17 points, it kind of had some kind of. See, in the fourth quarter, they had some kind of cheap scores, and they scored the very first drive a touchdown, and then like their very last drive. So it was kind of they gave them some cheap drives. Other than that, my defense completely controlled the game. My offense was very efficient. I ran the ball well. What was I rush? I rushed for 163 yards, passed for 226. Fairly balanced offense. And they just didn't do much. In fact, we hurt Richardson a few times. He was in and out of the game. And here's the player's stats here. See Richardson and this guy here was in. I don't know why he does. I think he just handed the ball off. But Richardson was banged up. The 262, half of those yards were on 2 drives. Like he literally did nothing all game. Bradshaw didn't have to do much. As you can tell with the running game, I'll show you. He tried to run. Richardson was trying to run. He got hurt. Now he did. He was productive. I didn't realize he was that productive. But, we ran the ball. Hold on. Where's another rusher? Cunningham. Oh, yeah, negative. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, it was a fairly slow, kind of grindy game. A lot of long drives. If you like defense, it was a good game. Parnell had a big play. Long was 46. See, Smallwood had long of 20. So it was kind of feast or famine for my offense, where it was like dink, dink, dink. It's hit a decent pass. Cunningham caught a 15-yard pass. Beverly played pretty good. It was hard for me to get him the ball long. It was a lot of in this game was a lot of the quarterback being pressured on both sides a lot. So also the Colts were just. They were just dragging out drives. I think I had more time of possession, but they were just dragging drives out. So it was one of those where, like, I didn't even sub. My running backs are typically, the starter gets two snaps or 2 drives, and then the backup will get 1 or 2 if they're fairly even, but typically 1. In this situation, they get 1. So Sutton will have 2 drives, and then Cunningham will have 1 drive. So, and you can see how little options we had, because it was just like every drive was just kind of drag, barely first down, drag, barely first down. So, I mean, Callan had 16 tackles, a sack, a pick. He had a great game, actually. Thurman had 2 sacks. Love had a fucking great play in this game. He actually had a touchdown. He sacked the quarterback, hit the shit out of him. He had Richardson, and then picked up the ball and ran in for like a 60-yard touchdown or whatever it was, or 40-yard touchdown. Let's see here. What it was? Forced fumble recovery. Yeah, fumble yards, 63 touchdowns. If it was 63 yards, he got a touchdown. So he had a pretty productive day, his very first start ever. He didn't have a lot of options to get like tackles and things like that, but he did play well. And I believe Dale had 2 picks. Okay, Dale, I think had a pick 6. Yeah. So Dale had a touchdown and Love had a touchdown. So yeah, the defense scored 2 touchdowns. So it was one of those kind of like heavy defensive kind of drag out drives and things like that. So anyway, sorry about that. If you like defense and kind of like strategy and stuff, you would have liked that game. That's kind of what it was. There's a lot of calling audibles on defense and things like that, but we got through it. This is the bye week. We're going to skip through the bye week. We're going to have some players coming back finally. I had like 10 players injured for that game too. Like I was playing with like backups at almost every position. I had like 2 or 3 offensive linemen out. I had a defensive tackle out. I didn't have any injuries in the defensive backfield. I had Amos was out. My receiver was out. My quarterback's been out. So he's going to be coming back after the bye week. So I'll show you the injury list here. Injury report. Now, it's gotten better since we skipped the week because a lot of people have 1 week left. So, but my left tackle still has a week left. Right end, Gilbert, and Mitchell. So Gilbert will be the only injury I have coming in next game, which is fine. And I have signed some players. I don't know if I'm going to sign Dale or not. I'd like to sign Dale. My concern is I've been so pushed on my salary cap. The one I'm going to sign is Dale because it's only a 1-year deal. I did submit an offer. He declined it, but I just went way under what he was asking. Kennedy, I'm not paying him 25 mil. I'm not paying him 27 mil. Borden was going to be the guy that I was going to sign, but he doesn't have any interest, so I'm going to have to overpay for him, and I quite frankly don't need him anymore. I've got 2 good young guards, both of them first-round picks. They can come right in right away and play next to George. In fact, 63 Boone plays awesome when he's in. So I don't need him. This guy here's a practice squad guy. I'm not going to sign him. And then we have the options we can accept. But see, Boone's the guy that's going to be taken over. He'll get an extension. He'll get a contract extension. But I would extend Borden, but he's 32 years old, and he doesn't want to be here. If he wanted to be here, like if his interest was on Green, yeah, I'd sign him. But I'm going to have to pay him $15-16 million a year to stay. I'd rather give it to him. I'd rather give it to Dale and have him just retire a Dolphin. But anyway, let's play next game.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and up ahead, it's a big one. An AFC Championship game rematch. It's the Dolphins and the Jags under the lights on Monday night.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. Got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at 2 teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former number 1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, group to match up.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A first down throw for Lawrence. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. His throw left side is complete. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man is Davis. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Here we go, Sahai. Here we go, Sahai.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll put a receiver in motion right. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Lawrence. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They send the tight end in motion. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Hey, here we go.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Man in motion, heading left. They'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah. And how about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That one is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
The 47-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll motion a tight end right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. He'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone.
And he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his second touchdown tonight.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins move out in front by the score of 17-3. Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. His drive will start on the ground, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. The Jets are hanging in there in the playoff race as they jump above 500 now to 4-3 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Nick Boyle, a very good performance as his guys run.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. The third quarter begins with a run. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much happening there. Tackled at the 17. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Jaguars 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars.
Hey, easy, Ralph. There we go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here's 1st and 10. A handoff here, up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. So second down, and they'll run it. And a good run there on second down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. You have a tight end motioning left here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads.
That one taken in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Oftentimes, you can tell the decision about whether or not a team is going to go for it on 4th down based on what they do on 3rd down, and I think they knew they had an extra down. Try on 3rd and goal to go through the air, and even if you fail, you still got one more shot at it, and it results in a touchdown.
The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, Lawrence. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Aiden Hutchinson, the former 1st rounder, in on the tackle. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive...
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Now a give up the middle. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Moving the tight end right. Now, faking the give. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Give him 13 on that screenplay and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try to sneak it here. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The extra point is up and through, and the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Open man is Davis. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Hey, run! Silver.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Red, touch.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville. Now Lawrence. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now, for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jags offense and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback.
Hey, hey, hey.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here we got the hound.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That caught by Davis. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Hot. Here we go.
Lawrence. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Jaguars will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. They'll try to run. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. From Jacksonville, good night, everyone.